use to terminate on the switch of the genset. Okay. All right. Now, this is the stop button for manual operation of it. Now, to make it automated, on the utility side, this contactor on the utility side, we need to insert auxiliary contact. This is the auxiliary contact. It's going to be we're going to insert it on this contactor. Remember that this contact is for control side. We are going to take it to control side, but I want to describe where this contact is coming from. So this auxiliary contact belongs to this. But we're going to put it here. We're going to run a cable from this portion, from this contactor, you run the cable and bring it here. Connect from this generator stop button to the auxiliary here. This is the auxiliary. We're going to put it as K1. Okay, it's going to be K1. Now, what is the function of this? Once this one close, the moment this one close, all right, the moment this one close, here will also close, thereby shutting down the genset. So shutting down the gen is the core responsibility of the mains, not this. The function is coming from the mains contactor. The moment this one close, the integral part here will close by shutting this one. Remember, the function of this is by closing this. So this one too can also close it. So watch the way we're going to do it now. Remember, I teach you start station. So this is start station. It's going to be in parallel. Either this one is closed, the gen will shut down. If this one also closed, the gen will shut down. This one by manual, shutting the gen set manually. Then this one is shutting down automatically. Remember, take note that when the mains is working, when the main is active, this one will shut down. So the gen will be shut down. Now, supposing you want to carry out a service on the gen set while the main is active and this one is closed, what you're going to do is the cable to that generator is going to have a plug, male and female plug. You know what I mean by male and female plug. You're going to use your desktop computer plug. Let me describe the desktop computer plug. The desktop computer has a male contact that socket to 3 terminals. So that is what you're going to use. You're going to buy male and female or that socket. So the male and female, you connect it from the genset and also socket it that way. So that whenever you want to carry out your maintenance of the genset, you unplug that connector, that particular male and female plug, don't detach it. When you detach it, you now isolate this function. So when you detach it, the mechanic or the maintenance of that genset can now service it and start it and test it. Then when you are done, you plug in that cable again. That cable is the signal that comes to this area. So from your panel, you run a cable to your genset. But before you terminate that cable to genset, these two should connect to a male plug. Meanwhile, the one coming from your genset will connect to female plug. So these two will now join together by the genset. So when you want to carry out the genset, maybe you want to take the gen to another location for service, you now detach that cable. When you come back, you marry them together. Once you marry them together, that transmission cable will be connected. I hope it's carried. If you don't get it, push in your question. All right, now let's simulate the mains here. Okay, let's simulate. Now, for the purpose of simulation, I'm going to disable this because once I put on my simulation, these two will come up immediately because they are too close. This one is close, this one is close. Both of them will start working. So for the purpose of simulation, I'm going to swap this again and keep it here. Okay, I'll keep it here. Then I will get normal normally open type and keep it here. Okay, so let me still put it S2. Then the contact is going to be normally open contact. So let's keep this. This is what we're going to use, but for the purpose of this simulation, I'm going to use this so that here will be open when I want to simulate the mains. Otherwise, if here is closed, both of them will come up at the same time. And both of them are using the same timing. So in that case, both of them will close, and I don't want that. So that is why I swap this. Okay, so that we use open, but in real connection, you're going to use close. I hope you get the gist now. All right, now I want to simulate the mains so that you see how the remote signal will take effect on the genset position. Let's do that. Okay, you now see that this one is on now. Okay, let me put it off. How many seconds is this? 30 seconds. Okay, now let's go. It's not timing. Why? We have an issue here. This one is not timing. What's the issue? Just hold on. Okay, now pay attention please. For the purpose of simulation, we are going to use normally open. Normally open. Okay, but in reality, it's going to be normally close. We are going to use normally close. The reason is this: the software is still looking at line one as the same source of power. Okay, so we are going to use, for the simulation purpose, I'm going to change the contact to normally open. Let me show you once again. Just hold on. Instead of normally open this way, instead of normally close, just hold on. Instead of normally close type, we are going to use normally open. This one too, normally open, so that when I want to simulate them, I will close it to show you that there is power now. When power comes in, you now start transition. After that, it goes to open, close contactor. When I also close this one, activate this one, this also assume that this power is present. So we are going to control it using this switch. But when you are building it, allow this one to be closed. Allow this one to be closed. Is that clear now? All right, now let's simulate.